This is the Ron Owens Report on KGO 810, the voice of reason for 45 years and member of the National Radio Hall of Fame. Here's Ron Owens.
I hope you kept your face mask handy. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is recommending that fully vaccinated people begin wearing masks indoors again in places with high or substantial COVID-19 transmission rates. All 9 Bay Area counties fall into one of those categories. The updated guidance comes as concern rises about the highly contagious Delta variant, and many large employers plan to bring workers back into the office. Federal health officials still believe fully vaccinated individuals represent a very small amount of transmission. In my view, the New York Times put it perfectly in a story yesterday, headlined, "As virus cases rise, another contagion spreads among the vaccinated. Anger." Up until recently, I'd listened to people who said they weren't going to get vaccinated with a mix of bewilderment and bemusement. I'd tell myself, surely I'm talking to some contrarian, someone who just likes to go against the grain. And I'd think, so what? They're a tiny minority. But they're not. I now realize I was looking at the wrong side of the equation. The latest numbers show 57% of Americans ages 12 and older are fully vaccinated. That seems great to me, but the flip side is an astounding number. 43% of those over 12 are not vaccinated. That is far too many. When you focus on the number who haven't gotten the shot, if you're like me, you're angry. I believe you have a civic responsibility to get vaccinated, and we need more coercive measures to stop the holdouts from threatening the lives of the rest of us. President Biden says he'll lay out the next steps in the effort to get more Americans vaccinated tomorrow. Biden also says, if you're not vaccinated, you're not really as smart as I thought you were. Well said, Mr. President. Well said. On another important topic, 4 police officers yesterday testified that they were beaten, taunted with racial insults, heard threats including kill him with his own gun, and thought they might die as they struggled to defend the U.S. Capitol on January 6th against a mob of then-President Donald Trump's supporters. During the first House Select Committee hearing on the insurrection, the officers called the rioters terrorists who were engaged in an attempted coup. They also criticized Republican lawmakers who sought to downplay the attack. One officer talked about how he was screaming in agony as he was pressed between the rioters and a metal doorframe. Another described the racial epithets yelled at him, saying in his whole life he had never experienced that while wearing his police uniform. A lot of people posted their thoughts about the hearing on my Facebook page. Jan said, it was powerfully emotional testimony. How anyone in Congress can turn their backs on these 4 heroes is mind-boggling. They owe them their lives. Pat says, if the testimony by the 4 officers did not bring tears to your eyes, how un-American. These officers were protecting you politicians. Show your support. Defend our country, not your party. Steve says, it's concerning that so many people still seem to think the January 6th insurrection was either no big deal or that it was somehow justified. Bob says, what a sad situation. The Democrats want to investigate the causes, actors, and events of the storming of the Capitol. The Republicans want to bury all of it and move on. Sherry says Donald Trump and Donald Trump alone was responsible for what happened that day. And finally, Mary says, the hearing was much more than I expected. It should be required viewing or listening by all Americans.
That's the Ron Owens Report every weekday at 11:30, again at 3:30 and 7:30 on KGO 810.